Hey guys, it's 97 Nah here, and today, I'm gonna continue the series. I'm thinking about doing one a week, so, that's pretty, cool, and, plan on doing it once a week now, with all the weird sets I'm doing, but, I thought of this set a while ago. I mean, I'm the only one who I've seen use it, but, someone else out there probably could have figured this out, but I figured I'd put it out there anyway because I haven't seen anyone use it ever. But it is actually a offensive Skarmory, and this time this can only be done in 5th gen, and its ability is what makes it offensive. Now, if you are unaware of its ability, it gets weak armor in this 5th generation, and weak armor, what it does is when hit by a physical attack, it lowers your defense and special defense by 1 stage, but raises your speed, by 1 stage. So, I'll get into the statistics a little later in the video, but this is really just gonna destroy. But I guess I started already talking about the thing, so I guess I'll just set up the moveset and start talking about it right about now. So you can see from the thing, if you are unaware, Skarmory is a flying steel type, which means it's weak to fire, electric, basically ice, lots of things. But it's very defensive, and it can set up on you, but I'm gonna set it into a as I said, physical attacker. And now basically, if you start off with decently good speed, if you give it a jolly nature, which we're doing, that jolly nature puts it up to 262 speed, so you still won't be outspeeding much. That's okay. And you have 259 attack, which probably won't be KOing things, will ya? But what if you know you're going to be hit physically, or if you think they're going to hit you with a physical attack, and this thing is in, if you get hit once by a physical attack, listen to this. Once by a physical attack, your weak armor knocks your speed from 262 up to 393 speed just by 1 weak armor. With the jolly nature, of course. And if you had a sword stance on that turn, you'd go to 518 attack. So just on that turn, you'd go from 259 attack to 518 attack, and you'd go from 262 speed to 393 speed, which is just domination, especially with Brave Bird. You can, destroy things, and it has worked for me, mainly as a late game sweeper for some reason, but this thing really will sweep ya, or sweep an opponent. And let's say you get a little extra greedy, and you want to set up another sword stance, and they hit you again physically for some odd reason. Your speed then goes up to 786 speed, which I believe is almost, let me look it up right now, is, yes, you will actually be able to outspeed a Choice Scarfed Speed Deoxys with two weak armor boosts. So you will be outspeeding everything in the game with 2 weak armor boosts. And then your attack, if you have 2 sword stance up and 2 weak armors, your attack goes to 1036 attack. Plus a Brave Bird stab. That's the damage we're talking right now. And this is not something to mess around with when it has 2 weak armors and 2 attacks, or even 1. But Yeah, I've swept with 1, I've swept with 2, I've swept with 3, so it's very it's very possible to sweep with this thing, and it's not something to mess around with. But as you can see, its nature is Jolly. I believe Jolly is the best nature for it, especially since you're getting +2 attack on that same turn. The ability which makes it work is Weak Armor. The EV spread is I call it the standard sweeper set of 252 attack, 252 speed, and 6 HP, in which you can be living, maybe a hit that, Weak Armor lowers it, maybe just a bit. The moves, as I mentioned earlier, Brave Bird just for that huge, gigantic damage. Steel Wing, because it's another stab move that's not flying, and it's physical. And Sword Stance, of course, which boosts your attack by 2 stages, which goes along with the Weak Armor boost. And Drill Peck. I put Drill Peck on just in case, you're low on HP from Brave Birds or being hit. And, you can't afford to take another Brave Bird because you need this thing to sweep. So Drill Peck still can do the job. Trust me, it's worked. And Drill Peck just keeps you alive for those turns. And the item is Leftovers. So that way, you're hit. You go with Brave Bird a few times. You're like low red. Drill Peck out. So you can actually take a Drill Peck and then recover lefties so you can use another Brave Bird later, or just so you can take another hit. Special side, maybe. But, Leftovers will, help you more in this case than Life Orb, which will just kill you later. You could possibly go Life Orb if you really want, but, I think that, keeping it Leftovers will benefit you more in the long run. And, this thing, it can, outspeed Electivire, it can outspeed, lots of things, Anything with less than 400 speed, pretty much, it can outspeed with 1 weak armor. And as I said, 2 weak armors, you're outspeeding everything on the field that doesn't have, more than 1 setup. More than 1 speed setup. Because Speed Deoxys Scarfed, which would be like a +1, still can't outspeed it, so, yeah. And unless they have priority are pretty much screwed, but, that's why I think it's a good late game sweeper, because all the priority people are just gone, because they've used their priority attacks on your other Pokemon, and some of your others have knocked it out, but yeah. I've made a comeback 6-2 to win 2-0 because of this Skarmory on Pokemon Online. And, it's, as I said, not something to mess around with, which is, very helpful. But that's about it for this, episode. I actually think I will start doing these weekly now, and, at least 1 a week, unless I'm really busy this week, or a week, that's right. But, yeah, I think I'll start doing these every, week or so. And as I said, I think I can, this, real good set, try it out on Pokemon Online or on Wi-Fi, whatever you use. You won't be disappointed. It's a good OU Pokemon, because not too many Pokemon expect it. I have swept OU teams with this. The only thing that really is a problem, though, is a, Heatran, and I'm pretty sure, lots of you are thinking Heatran in your head. But, yeah. And I pretty much thought it was game over, because it was this thing versus a Bronzong with a Gyro Ball. And, Gyro Ball raises your speed, and, because of weak armor. But, because I had +2, I was able to knock the thing out with Brave Bird, barely. But, I was able to take out a Bronzong with Brave Bird with a +2, so as I said, it's not something to mess around with. And yeah, I won that battle, but it's a good thing to use, and I think I'll see you guys next time. So yeah, bye.